If you're still doing that thing where you judge your body, you're really horrible to yourself, and you're tired of that voice incessantly taking over, then I want you to come with me, and I'm going to teach you and lead you through an exercise to immediately shift out of that insecurity, that incessant voice of shame and judgment about your body, and transform it into confidence. Let's go. I totally know what it's like. I spent my whole life judging, hating my body. It didn't matter if I had a literal six-pack and was a full-time fitness instructor at the fittest point of my life. I still was miserable in my body, and it controlled my life. I didn't go out. I wasn't able to date. I felt so much judgment. I didn't want to be intimate with anyone. I went on vacations and wasn't even present because I was so caught in this loop of negativity and judgment around my body. And using these actual proven exercises that I'm teaching you, I was able to go from feeling completely insecure and unworthy to feeling more confident, loving, and powerful in my body and in my life, and able to manifest the partner of my dreams, the home of my dreams, have the business of my dreams, because I cut the crap and stopped letting that energy of negativity and judgment take over my whole life and really prevent me from doing anything. So if that's something you're up for, then I would love to invite you to join me as we go through this proven exercise. And you know that I'm on a mission here to provide you with as many evidence-based proven tools to transform your relationship with your body and food, because that's where I was. I was stuck looking for help and I couldn't find it anywhere. And I committed to myself, to the world, that this is what I wanted to offer. As soon as I found the healing and the cure that I was looking for, I wanted everyone to be able to have it and to be able to give those free resources. So by you liking this video, providing a comment, and subscribing to my channel, it really helps to spread the awareness and the resources to more of these beautiful humans who need help. So thank you so much in advance for that. So let's get into the proven technique. So what I want you to do is just tune in to the level of judgment and insecurity that you have towards your body right now. And maybe you want to write it down, like how much judgment you feel you have towards your body, 1 to 10. How much insecurity do you feel towards your body, 1 to 10. And we're going to watch those numbers transform. So here we go. Even though part of me has so much judgment towards my body, this voice goes on all day long. I love and accept myself. Even though part of me won't shut up about how horrible my body is, I love and accept myself. Even though part of me has so much judgment towards my body, I wonder where it even came from. I love and accept myself. So much judgment towards my body. Constantly. I can barely function day to day. Prevents me from being present. It's hard to even get dressed. Some days I don't even want to go out. Not to mention dating and intimacy. All this negativity about my body. This constant judgment. It's exhausting. All I can hear is this voice that's saying, so here I want you to keep tapping through these points with me, and I want you to tell me all the things you hear this negative voice saying. So keep tapping and tell me what this voice is saying about your body. What else is this voice saying about your body? What are the painful thoughts that it's saying about your body? Really let it out. Convince me of what this part is saying. Okay, amazing work. So repeating after me. All these negative thoughts, this part of me has to say. Somehow this judgmental part of me thinks it's doing me a favor by criticizing me, judging me. This part thinks it's keeping me safe. It has this funny idea that it's motivating me to change. Truth is, as soon as the judgment kicks in, the negative thoughts, my whole body shuts down. It's like I can't move, I freeze. And that's really scientifically what's going on in my nervous system. Criticism isn't motivating. It actually cuts off a big part of my brain. I go into fight or flight. And I don't know what to do. So maybe there's a different way I could work with this judgmental part of me. Maybe we could do some things differently to achieve a better outcome. Okay, so I want you to take a nice, easy breath. Beautiful. And now I want you to grab an object to represent this judgmental part of you. Mine's pink today. Could be any object. Could be a pen, could be a scrunchie, could be a stone. Sometimes I use stones, crystals, whatever you want. And I want you to really put that piece in front of you or hold it. And we're going to talk and tap with this little judgmental part of you. So pause the video if you need to, and then join us when you're ready. And you're going to speak directly to this judgmental part of you. I'll put this right here so you can sort of see it. No, you can't see it. Okay. Dear judgmental part of me, here's the deal. I understand what you're trying to do. And I appreciate that you're trying to motivate me and protect me in some way. And it's not your fault. You learned all these judgmental thoughts from media and our society. Maybe even someone in our family. So I get it. It's not your fault. I love and accept you anyway. And I want you to know that the judgment isn't helping or motivating me. It's actually really hurting me. Sometimes I feel so much shame, I don't know how to move. I can barely focus on breathing. Sometimes the judgment is so strong. It makes me feel so low. And it doesn't create any positive outcome. So I just wanted to share that with you, because I know your intention is to help me. I know you're not out to hurt me. And none of this is your fault. These are all conditioned learnings. Together we can unlearn them. Together we can have more love and acceptance for our body and ourselves. And that sounds like a much more magical place to live in. So let's get there together. I'm here to support you. I love and accept you. So I want you to take this little judgmental part of you and just imagine giving it a warm embrace, a little hug, gentle love. Just imagine connecting with this part and offering it some compassion. And if you don't feel compassion towards this little judgmental part, you feel angry or upset or annoyed, all normal. But just imagine if you were angry at a child, you wouldn't want to go to the kid when you were in a peak position of anger. You would only frighten the child or your friend or anyone. You want to step away from this little part, rant out whatever you're frustrated with when it comes to the judgment, yell it out, just tap through the points as you get it out, and then come back when you're feeling more calm towards this part and practice compassion. This part of you learned to have negative thoughts through mirroring, right? From shows, media, diet culture. It learned that if you're crappy towards your body and you have negative thoughts, that somehow that's the right thing to do. And we know that we fall into that trap all the time. And we know what happens when we fall into that trap. It doesn't actually lead to us being motivated for change. The way our nervous system works is when you're operating in this mentality and energy of criticism and judgment, it actually shuts down the whole part of your frontal lobe of your brain, which is responsible for creative problem solving, for feelings of compassion, love, empathy, everything on the higher end of the vibrational chart, because we're just operating in fight or flight survival mode. So having negative chronic thoughts about our body actually puts us into that survival mode where we're either fighting ourselves or we're stuck in shame and we shut down. So in order to create positive change around our bodies, the voice of judgment, ironically, prevents us from creating any type of positive change, whether it be going for a walk for yourself, taking a bath, going to do a workout, eating more healthy foods. We can't make those sound decisions when we're in a place of judgment with ourselves. So the first step is to really dissociate and understand that a part of you learned these strategies. Try to practice having compassion for it, like it's not this part of you's fault. This was learned. And the beauty of it being learned is that it can be unlearned, and that's what you're here to do. So doing this exercise with this part of you helps to create acceptance and healing with this judgmental voice. And when we are able to soothe that part of you to bring it the love and attention and care that it's looking for, guess what? We dismantle the energy behind this part of you. It starts to get quiet and calm because it's feeling loved and cared for. And then all of a sudden it's not going to shout out and be like, you're not listening to me. I'm going to keep judging you and your body. Like those are just like little tantrums that you can imagine a little kid throwing. So practice this. The next time you feel judgment towards your body, grab your object. There's your judgmental part. Have a little conversation with it. Remind this judgmental part, you're here to support it. You love and accept it. It's not its fault that it's doing this technique, but that the judgment isn't actually helpful. It actually hurts you, and you can't make positive actions towards your body, your life when you're in that state. And then help to redirect the energy. So once you've done this whole tapping exercise, really tune in and just notice, like, what is my feeling towards this judgment about my body? Like, where is that 1 to 10? Where is the insecurity towards my body 1 to 10? And my guess is that you're feeling a lot more peace, a lot more acceptance. And then ask yourself, what kind of actions do I take from this place versus the place of judgment? Like, how do I care for myself when I'm in judgment and insecurity versus when I'm in acceptance and peace? Two polar opposite places to operate in. And ask yourself, what type of a life do I create for myself when I'm in a place of judgment and insecurity? Who do I attract? What goes on in my career, my life as a whole? Same thing. What happens when I'm in a place of acceptance and peace with my body and myself? What kind of a life do I manifest around that? We have this really bizarre idea that we've learned that, again, insecurity and judgment and that voice is somehow motivating and like causes us to change positively. But instead, it actually completely kicks us off course. And all of a sudden we start manifesting people in our lives that are unhealthy in romantic relationships. We somehow lack the courage to ask for the promotion we need at work and all these things. And that's when we're operating from this energy. So doing this exercise, you're bringing so much healing to your relationship with your body. You're instantly creating this capacity to ignite your confidence, and that will translate into every area of your life, which is so awesome and cool. So doing this exercise, you've just reprogrammed your mind, and the more you repeat it, the more miracles you're going to see. So if you are in a place where you'd love to learn more about this excites you, you want to step out of a life of insecurity and negativity, you want to get back into feeling confident and really finally having that loving, accepting relationship with your body, saying goodbye to this incessant battle with food and fixation on weight and obsession around that. You want to be free of all of it and manifest the partner of your dreams. Have the best high-paying job that you could ever ask for, buy the house that you've always wanted to buy, everything that you can think of that's in your line of what you want to achieve, then call me, because we cannot achieve any of that vision without healing this relationship with your body and food and the insecurity and unworthiness that's keeping you stuck. I offer free 60-minute complimentary calls, and it will be the best decision you've made for yourself. I can't wait to see you again next week. Please let me know how you're feeling at the end of this video, and I can't wait to talk to you again very soon.